Hey guys, I'm back. 2 weeks ago, my laptop broke and the Apple Store couldn't fix it. They had to ship it somewhere else, and that took like a week. And then this past week, I was sick. I'm still kind of sick, and I was just really busy with stuff. I didn't have any time to do a video. I didn't really feel like doing a video, to be honest. I didn't feel good at all. I have exactly an hour to myself before I have to go out, so I thought I would try to get a video in before I leave. Also, I am out of electrical tape, so I couldn't tape my webcam. I had to find a Band-Aid, and as you can see, it looks kind of white and pink and fuzzy, and anyway. This topic was already covered by the Thrive After Abuse channel, formerly known as the Narcissist Support channel, but I thought I could give my take on it as well as share my experiences too. So as we all know by now, the narcissist will lie and cheat and do all these problematic and terrible things to you, and they'll feel no remorse. They'll know that you're angry and upset, but they don't really care. What they do know is that in order to extract what they want from you, things have to be on good terms. So if they feel they've done nothing wrong, oftentimes instead of apologizing, they will explain themselves and they'll try to justify their actions, which I covered in a previous video. If this tactic doesn't work, they've become the master of fake apologies and begging for forgiveness. Now, when a normal, well-balanced person hurts you, and they truly are sorry, they will want to win back your trust, and they'll generally understand when you don't trust them right away. And usually they're willing to put in whatever effort it takes to win back your trust. A narcissist won't do any of this. They will just expect you to forget about whatever they did to you, and for the relationship to go back to normal. They lack the accountability, so they don't feel that they need to put in any type of work or effort. They feel that everything, including trust, should just be handed to them. And they also lack the ability to introspect, and they can't look back at their actions and see what they did. They can pretend to look back and see what they did wrong, but it's not real, it's just meant to pacify you. And this also goes back to not bonding or sharing intimacy, because building trust is part of that, and they don't want anything to do with it. They just feel entitled to your trust, and they don't want to earn it. Building trust is more than just words, because anyone can say whatever they want, but it's actions. They need to really put effort into repairing the relationship, and odds are they don't really care enough to do that. They might fake it for a little while just to get what they want, but they will expect you to trust them right away. Robert cheated on me massive amounts of times, and he bought me flowers and took me to dinner, and he just expected that to be it. He expected my full trust, and he was very surprised and sort of confused that I didn't just magically trust him again. Flowers and dinner and stuff like that, it's nice, but he really felt that just one special date was enough, and it wasn't. And he became very frustrated with me, and he told me that I had trust issues, and it was my problem. And he would go right back into the pity ploys and obligations, telling me that I'm supposed to be a good, forgiving person, I'm supposed to trust him, and he had a bad childhood, and his father didn't teach him how to be a man, and he would just throw all of these things at me, trying to make me feel guilty for not trusting him. And at the time, I really felt that it was my job to be there for him and to deal with him and sort of teach him how to be a good person. And I sort of felt that by being with me, and I'm a good person, that would rub off on him and he would learn how to be good. And it was just wishful thinking at its highest level. Now, when someone has a pattern of lying and cheating, they eventually become impossible to trust, no matter what they say. I didn't trust a word he said, and he acted in a very shady and very secretive manner. He would go out very late, and he wouldn't tell me where he went. He would cancel plans with me and not tell me why. He would tell me not to come to a certain place, and then get angry when I asked him why, and he just felt that it was a big inconvenience to have to explain himself. But if you want freedom while in a serious relationship, you need to have a foundation of trust. Otherwise, your partner is going to feel very uncomfortable and very paranoid. If you want freedom to stay out all night, I really have no problem with that. I just need to know that I can trust you. If you want to cancel plans with me, I also don't have a problem with it, as long as I can trust that it's for a legitimate reason. Narcissists have a huge sense of entitlement. They just want to act in any way they please, and they demand that their partner is okay with it. So we know that they're good at projecting and turning things around on you. They'll do the terrible thing, and then they'll pretend to put the effort into winning you back. And if you aren't receptive, and if you seem unsure and angry, they'll say something like, oh, you're just going to walk away, you're not going to put effort into this, here I am trying to work on it with you, and you don't want to do it, and they'll make it seem like you're the one with the problem. It's a very sneaky tactic. They all do it, so watch out for that. Another example of them twisting things around would be this story. I remember we had purchased a box of condoms, and there were 12 in the box. I just kept a mental note of how many we used. We kept them in the drawer in the nightstand next to the bed, and I noticed a condom wrapper sticking out of the drawer. So when he left the room, I opened the drawer, and I counted the condoms, and there was one missing, and I see this empty wrapper. And when he came back in, I asked him what the deal was. Now, here's the thing. If you begin to sound like a detective, it's probably not a healthy relationship. If you find yourself counting things and questioning things and investigating, that's a red flag right there that something isn't right. He got really angry with me and said that he was cleaning out the drawer and he just happened to lose a condom and he found a wrapper and just left it there. He said he was very uncomfortable with my lack of trust and that I had an issue and I had to work on that. And I sort of found myself apologizing to him for my lack of trust. So we had an argument that night, as usual, and he turned everything around on me, and I found myself explaining bad behavior and explaining trust and pointing out shady things and how to build trust. And really, every time we argued, I felt like it was his first day as a human being and I was teaching him. And this does go back to being childish. And looking back on it now, I probably should have done this topic a while ago, but I think this might be my next video on explaining adult behavior to your narcissistic partner. Anyway, now that I have my laptop back, I will try to resume my old schedule of 2 videos per week. No promises because I am super busy with stuff, but I will do my best. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.